Right now, at this very moment, somewhere in America, a driver is standing at a gas pump, watching them pass $60.
I want you to do something right now. Take out your phone, open your bank app, and add up every single dollar you spent on gasoline in the last 12 months. Go ahead, I will wait.
About to say something that is going to make half of you furious and the other half jump out of your seats. Electric cars are now officially cheaper to own than gas cars in America.
The debate between electric cars and gas cars has been growing louder every single year in America. And in 2026, it has reached a point where every driver in the country needs to stop and seriously think about which side of this argument is actually putting more money back in their pocket. This is not a debate about which car looks better or which one is more fun to drive. This is a real financial conversation about real dollars, the kind of dollars that determine whether you take a vacation this year, whether you can afford your monthly bills, and whether your car is working for you or quietly draining your bank account every single week. The numbers tell a clear and powerful story, and once you understand them fully, the decision becomes much easier than most people expect. Let us start with the most immediate and visible cost difference between electric cars and gas cars, the fuel versus electricity expense. The average American driver covers approximately 15,000 miles per year. In a typical gas-powered sedan getting around 28 miles per gallon, and with gasoline averaging around $4 per gallon across the United States, that driver is spending roughly $2,100 every single year just on fuel. In a less efficient vehicle, like a truck or SUV, that number climbs past $3,200 annually without any difficulty. Now compare that to an electric vehicle. The average cost of electricity in the United States works out to approximately 3 cents per mile for an electric car. Cover those same 15,000 miles in an electric vehicle, and your annual energy cost comes to around $450. That is a saving of over $1,500 every single year on fuel alone, money that stays in your wallet instead of going to the gas station. But fuel costs are only the beginning of the financial story. Maintenance costs represent the second major area where electric cars deliver significant advantages over their gas-powered competitors. A conventional gasoline engine is a mechanically complex system with hundreds of moving parts: pistons, crankshafts, camshafts, timing belts, exhaust systems, cooling systems, and more. Every one of those components requires regular servicing, periodic replacement, and ongoing attention from a mechanic. Oil changes alone cost the average American gas car owner between $500 and $800 per year, depending on how much they drive and what vehicle they own. Electric cars have no oil to change. They have no timing belts, no exhaust pipes, no radiator fluid, and no transmission fluid. Studies consistently show that electric car owners spend an average of $800 per year on maintenance, while gas car owners spend over $2,000 annually. That gap represents another $1,200 staying in the electric car owner's pocket. When you add the fuel savings and the maintenance savings together, the annual financial advantage of owning an electric car over a gas car reaches approximately $2,700. Over 5 years of ownership, that figure grows to $13,500. Over 10 years, it approaches $27,000. These are not small numbers. This is the kind of money that funds college educations, home down payments, and retirement accounts. This is the kind of money that changes lives, and it is being quietly accumulated by every American who made the switch to electric while their neighbors are still standing at gas pumps watching their savings evaporate. Now, let us address the most common objection to electric vehicles, the higher upfront purchase price. It is absolutely true that electric cars generally cost more to buy than comparable gas-powered vehicles. A base Tesla Model 3 starts at around $40,000, while a comparable Toyota Camry can be purchased around $28,000. That $12,000 difference is real, and it matters. However, when you factor in the fuel and maintenance savings of approximately $2,700 per year, that price gap is completely erased within 4.5 years. After that break-even point, every single year of ownership puts the electric car owner increasingly ahead financially. By year 10, the electric car owner has not just recovered their higher purchase price, they are thousands of dollars ahead in total cost of ownership compared to the gas car owner who paid less upfront but kept paying every week at the pump. There is also the question of government incentives that make electric vehicles even more financially attractive in America. The federal tax credit of up to $7,500 for qualifying electric vehicle purchases dramatically reduces the effective price gap between electric and gas cars. Many American states offer additional incentives on top of the federal credit, and some utility companies provide rebates for home charger installation. When these incentives are fully applied, the upfront cost difference between electric and gas vehicles shrinks to a point where the financial break-even timeline accelerates dramatically. Range anxiety, the fear of running out of battery charge before reaching a charging station, is the other major concern that holds some American buyers back from making the switch. But in 2026, this concern is significantly less valid than it was even 3 years ago. The American charging infrastructure has expanded enormously, with Tesla superchargers and third-party fast chargers now available in every major city and along every major highway corridor in the country. Modern electric vehicles routinely offer 300 miles or more of range on a single charge, and the vast majority of American drivers cover less than 40 miles per day in normal use. For the overwhelming majority of everyday driving situations in America today, range anxiety is a perception problem rather than a practical reality. The numbers have spoken clearly, and the verdict is definitive. In 2026, electric cars save more money than gas cars for the vast majority of American drivers when total cost of ownership is honestly calculated. The higher upfront investment pays for itself within 5 years and then continues generating financial returns for every subsequent year of ownership. The days of electric cars being a sacrifice or a compromise are over. They are now simply the smarter financial choice, and the smartest buyers in America have already figured that out.